Okay, so let's now have our lecture on adolescence. Again, this is recorded for the benefit of the suspended classes in FEU because of the transport strike. No? So at least we are covering topics, no? So hindi kayo napag-iiwanan. So there will be a little bit of extra effort on your end, syempre kasi nga you have to watch this recording on your own, no? So during your free time, on top of your other responsibilities. Pero at the end of the day, of course, ang mahalaga dito is that you are being reviewed, no? You are learning topics that are very much important, no? Pagdating sa board examination. Okay? So nare-refresh kayo, parang tinake nyo ulit yung course, no? Yung developmental psychology. Okay? Ayan. Sige, so let's now have again adolescence. Okay, so physical development in adolescence. Ayan. So commonly nagkakaroon ng confusion between puberty and adolescence, pero technically speaking, puberty and adolescence are two different things, no? So kapag sinabi nating puberty, this is a rapid growth and sexual maturation. Essentially speaking, puberty is related to, no, preparation of the body for reproduction. So these are the events that happen that prepare the body for reproduction. That's puberty. No? So usually starts between 8 to 14 years of age and occurs over 3 to 4 years pag sinabi natin puberty. Kaya it's not true, nor or it can be a common misconception that when you say puberty, it's the whole teenage years. That is wrong. No, that is wrong because puberty only lasts 3 to 4 years. No, 3 to 4 years. Ibig sabihin, um, kung mag-start ang puberty ng isang lalaki, no, ng halimbawa 10 years old, by 14 years old, tapos na yung kanyang puberty. No? Tapos na yung puberty niya. No? So, hindi na kailangang umabot pa ng 18 years old, no, para matapos yung puberty. Okay? Ayan. So, usually starts 8 to 14 years of age, like what I've said, and puberty comes earlier in girls than in boys. Ayan. So, again, like what we have said, um, puberty is a distal proximal development. So, hindi siya proximo-distal. Unlike in the infancy, no, it's a proximo-distal development, but this time, this is a distal proximal development. So, growth proceeds from the extremities toward the torso. So, they gain 10 to 11 inches and 50 to 75 pounds. So kapag sinabi nating primary sexual characteristics, no, in terms of sexual maturation, these are changes in the reproductive organs. No? These are changes in the reproductive organs. So there are growth of uterus, penis, no? The penis and the testes. Yeah, so that's primary sexual characteristics. Okay? And then the release of reproductive cells such as the menarche and spermarch. The first menstruation is referred to as the menarche, and the first ejaculation of semen is the spermarch. Okay, pero as we have discussed that before in our class, we have already mentioned that kapag sinabi ng puberty, it starts with telarche, no, for women, for girls, no, telarche yan, and then sa boys naman is the enlargement of the testis. Okay, followed by adrenarche, and then saka pa lang spermarch and menarche, no, for boys, respectively, for boys and girls. Okay, so secondary sexual characteristics, these are visible physical changes that signal sexual maturity but aren't involved in reproduction. Such as, for example, ayan, no, wala namang kinalaman yung deepening of voice in reproduction, di ba? So kahit malaki or maliit yung boses mo, you can still reproduce, right? So walang kinalaman yun. Facial hair, so meron talagang iba na balbon, no? Pero it doesn't mean that if you are balbon, the more children, no, that you can produce. Wala namang ganun. Okay, secondary sexual characteristic yan. So females, breast development. So let's not further emphasize that. Talagang merong iba na alam nyo na, no? Pero they can still reproduce, no? Despite the limitations daw. Okay? Something like that. And then hips broaden, diba? So something like that. So they are secondary. Wala silang kinalaman sa reproduction. Okay? But they tell something about, no? They tell something about maturity. Yun naman po yung point doon. You know that they are maturing, no, based on these secondary sexual characteristics. Okay? And like what we have said, magkakaiba po yan ng level or degree. Say for example, there are people who literally develop a lot of facial hair. They will have facial hair, yes, pero some people literally have a lot of facial hair, a lot deeper voice, 'di ba? Ganun din, no, in terms of breast development and also hips broaden. Okay? Social-emotional aspects of puberty, racial ethnic differences in typical age of puberty. Ito yung sasabi ko kanina, no? There are some racial ethnic differences even in terms of, no, typical age of puberty, no? Early puberty hinders associated with adjustment and behavioral issues. And so they have issues, no, like what I have said, no, behavioral issues and adjustment. Okay, so like for example, nung sila ay hindi pa nagreregla, no, medyo makalat pa sila, no? Pero by the time that they already have their menarche, as you notice, mas nagiging malinis na sila sa katawan, di ba? Kasi nga, baka kumalat, something like that, no? Yan. So they are more, there are changes. No? There are changes even in terms of behaviorally speaking. No? Gender role intensification, girls may downplay successes. Okay, adolescent brain. How do we describe the adolescent brain? They are more interconnected and specialized. The corpus callosum thickens. Connection strengthened between hippocampus and frontal lobes. So as you notice, no, the brain continuously develop. No? The brain continues to develop. Mas nagiging complex siya as you age. No? So, yun lang yung parang pinaka overall gist niya. No? So as you notice, underdeveloped pa siya during infancy hanggang umabot na ng adolescence, established siya or mas complex na yung brain. No? Myelination and synapse development continue, increased thinking and processing skills, and although there are some decreases in plasticity, but still plasticity is still there. Okay, plasticity is still there. Pruning in gray matter increases efficiency. No? So we have discussed that already. No? Kumbaga parang in a way, they're still learning. Continuous yan, of course. Limbic system regulates emotion and reward. So linked to hormonal change in puberty. So nagkakaroon na rin ng development in emotion regulation. Related also to novelty seeking, no? Kasi nga limbic system, nandyan po, no, yung regulation of emotion and also sensitivity to reward. No? Specifically the striatum, di ba? Nandyan po yan. Teens weigh risk and rewards differently than adults. So it is because of the increased dopamine associated with more attention paid to rewards, less to risk. So yun po yung reason, no? Kaya teenagers are more focused on rewards, no? Because of that, no? Because of increased dopamine. Oxytocin makes social connections more rewarding as well. So it's not only for peers, but even relationships, no? Even relationships. Remember that oxytocin is the attachment hormone. No? Attachment hormone po yan. Okay? You become attached to someone else because of the release of oxytocin. Okay. Combined with immature frontal lobes, may produce poor decision making. Ganun po yung nangyari. Because of immature frontal lobes, ayan, nagkakaroon ng poor decision making pa. Adolescents need 8 to 10 hours of sleep each night. But however, of course, on average, they only get 7.5 hours of sleep. Pero minsan nga, totoo lang, no? Let's be honest about this. Minsan yung 7.5 hours na yan, minsan na mas mababa pa nga dyan, no? Minsan yung mga adolescents. We know that, especially now that they are too much involved in social media, in games, diba? Yan. So, poor sleep associated with academic and behavioral consequences, such as, for example, they have poor attention, academic achievement, yan. So, substance abuse, depression, irritability. No, minsan it comes as if it's a joke, pero at the end of the day, para makita mo na may kinalaman din naman talaga, no? Yung, although hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon, right? No? Minsan sasabi ng parents yung, kaka-cellphone mo yan, di ba? So, ang dating tuloy para tuloy lahat ng bagay dahil sa kaka-cellphone. Pero, the irritability, no? The poor attention, even the, yeah, no? Even depression may be affected, no? Because of your use of gadgets, no? Use of gadgets. Yan, no? Nandito yan, no? So, inadequate sleep is due to social media. So, maybe you can include their games. Okay, so just try to imagine those social media, the screen. The screen itself is like lumalabas para yung sunlight for you. No? Sunlight for you. Okay? Para yan nagiging sunlight for you. No? What do you mean by that, sir, na sunlight? So, the more that you are exposed to light, no, yung brain mo, iniisip niya, umaga pa rin. No? Umaga pa rin. So, kumbaga, in a way, may kinalaman yan dun sa kumbaga, more exposure to sunlight. Okay? So, kumbaga, nagkakaroon ng circadian rhythm problems, no? So, supposedly, you should be sleeping pa rin, pero syempre, you cannot change the schedule of your classes. Kung may 7 a.m., you have to have 7 a.m. classes. You get that? So, nagkakaroon ngayon ng dysregulation dun sa iyong circadian rhythm, no? Because of the exposure to that light. Yan. So, inadequate sleep due to social media, sometimes homework and other activities as well. And also, changes in circadian rhythm can also be a problem. Adolescent sexual activity, the beginnings, of course. Sexual attraction often starts age 10 to 11. So, dyan na yung nagkakaroon kayo ng mga crush. Yan, age 10 to 11 yan. About 50% of teens have sexual intercourse before graduating high school. Pero hindi po yan expected, no? Hindi po yan goal, hindi po yan target, no? So, it's just a description that even teens become sexually risky, no? Even up to 50%. So rates of sexual activity is hard to determine because they are not becoming honest, no? Aside from that, especially abroad, no, not here in the Philippines, but especially abroad, parang it's a form of achievement, no? If there is a sexual activity, okay? Sa atin di naman yan issue, okay? Ayan. So eating disorders. So ano yung mga common eating disorders seen during adolescence? So you have you have anorexia nervosa, bulimia, you have binge eating. So often begin in teen years, affect both males and females, twice as common as in females. Okay? This is common across cultural groups. Anorexia nervosa are more common in non-Hispanic Caucasian people and interaction of biological, environmental, and psychological factors. Okay? Often associated distorted body image. Pero most of the time, di ba, eating disorders are largely social. Yan. Although it is, yes, interaction siya ng biological, environmental, di ba? So, serotonin is involved in that. Even the portrayal of thinness in media as a form of success, no? So, you would notice that is a form of environmental. And likewise, kapag meron kang incongruence, no, between your real self and your ideal self, psychological factor po yun, di ba? Ideal self and your real self, incongruence between the two. That is a psychological factor, as you notice, right? So may mga involved factors in the development of eating disorder. Pero at the end of the day, largely social po siya. Okay? So ano yung mga eating disorder? So like what we have said, we have the anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, binge eating disorder. So anorexia nervosa, to cut the differences between or among the three, kapag sinabi ng anorexia nervosa, yan, they have fear of gaining weight. They have fear of gaining weight. So of course, they are significantly low body weight. They are very thin, excessively thin. Yung mga may anorexia nervosa, outside the normal. Okay? Anorexia nervosa. Okay? While bulimia naman, they are on normal weight po yan. Okay? Normal weight po si bulimia nervosa. Pero ang pinagkaiba nila, si bulimia nervosa, meron silang recurrent yung kanilang binge eating. When you say binge eating, they eat a lot until their tummy aches. Okay? So, recurrent yun, paulit-ulit, bulimia nervosa yan. And they also do compensatory behavior. Kumbaga, kakain ng marami, may bawi. Okay? Ano yung mga bawi nila? Ano yung mga compensatory behaviors nila? They can utilize, halimbawa, no? They can do purging, self-induced vomiting, no? Use of laxatives, no? Yung mga, halimbawa, green tea, ganyan, no? So, something that will make them poop. Ayan, they can also do excessive fasting or even excessive exercise. Yan, so bulimia nervosa yan, ano? So meron silang bawi. Kakain madami, may bawi, bulimia nervosa. Pag binge eating disorder naman, so this time their weight is more on the overweight up to obese. Ganyan sila, no? So overweight up to obesity ang binge eating disorder. So, ang anorexia, payat, bulimia, normal weight, binge eating, overweight. Okay? Yan. So, binge eating, they have recurrent binging. They have recurrent binging, but they do not have compensatory behaviors. That's why you would notice they gain weight. Okay? They gain weight. So, yan yung differences sa mga yan. Ano? Mga eating disorders. Like what we have said, they are associated with the body image. No? So, body image ang mga yan. Consequences, short-term and long-term consequences in anorexia, possibility of osteoporosis, even heart failure. Okay, so syempre because of the nutrition that they need, hindi siya present. Okay, bulimia nervosa naman, there are digestive problems, even tooth decay. Bakit tooth decay? It's because of the acid, no? Acid that has been affecting, no, the tooth whenever they self-induce vomit. Okay? So, pwede magkaroon ng tooth decay and even also heart trouble. Okay? Binge eating, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and even diabetes. Like what we have said, binge eating disorder are characterized by what? They're characterized by, ulitin natin, no? They are essentially characterized by overweight or even obesity. And the most, no, wag niyo kakalimutan. So you should know this even in abnormal psychology. No? So anorexia nervosa has the highest death rate of any psychiatric condition. So ano yung pinaka-deadly among all psychiatric condition? That's anorexia nervosa. So how do we treat? No? Treatment for eating disorder. So there are tailored individual needs. Okay? So use of medical care. Syempre, tailored individual needs because depending on the nutrition that they lack, of course. Nutritional counseling, even medications. They even take antidepressants. No, I have mentioned earlier that sometimes they have problems with the serotonin levels. Kaya antidepressants are also given. And remember that antidepressants, that is a serotonin agonist. No? Supportive siya sa serotonin level. Okay? Psychotherapy, Maudsley approach actively involves the parents, no, in terms of kasi nga like what we have said, eating disorder is largely what? Largely social. Involves the family. So, involves the family pagdating sa intervention. CBT is also done. Identify distorted thinking patterns and changing inaccurate beliefs. So, yan yung mga physical issues na associated with adolescents. Cognitive development naman, in adolescents, what are the key? Yan. So, Piaget's formal operation stage na tayo. No? Previously, in the previous lecture, we were in a concrete operational stage. In formal operation stage naman, I have already mentioned this already, no? That kapag concrete operational, inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning. Kapag formal, deductive reasoning. Ano yung deductive reasoning? From general to specific. General to specific. And as you notice, from general perspectives, general theories, general principles, even though it doesn't happen yet, in that situation, they can already presume that it could possibly happen. Okay? So kahit na wala pa, they can already deduce, they can already presume, no, that based on this general principle, this could possibly happen. Okay? Hindi na siya concrete. Hindi na siya something that is tangible. Something na abstract na yan. You get that? Because you are now presuming that that could possibly happen in this kind of situation. Okay? Yeah, so that's Piaget's formal operation stage. No? So we understand abstract principles with no physical reference, such as, for example, beauty, freedom, morality. Yan. Okay, so what kind of reasoning do we have in formal operations? Hypothetical deductive reasoning. Hypothetical deductive reasoning. They are now able to create. They are now able to create hypothesis. Hypotheses are guesses. No, scientific guesses po 'yan. Pag something hypothesis, no? So it's a guess based on a principle. Developing hypothesis based on what might logically occur. Okay? So we also try to understand transitivity. So ano po yung transitivity? A relationship between two elements carried over the elements logically related to the first two. So A is greater than B and then B is greater than C. Then therefore, even without seeing A and C together, then you can already presume that A is less than C. Is A is actually less than C. Okay, because of the relationship between A and B and B and C. So adolescent egocentrism by Elkind. Adolescent egocentrism by Elkind. So there's a heightened self-focus, imaginary audience, and personal fable are the two factors of adolescent egocentrism by Elkin. Na huwag niyong kakalimutan yan, no? Kay Elkin, meron pong two factors of egocentrism. We have the imaginary audience and personal fable. Ano po yung dalawang yon? Pag sinabi mong imaginary audience, believes that those people around them are concerned, focus on their appearance as they themselves are. So they are overly conscious. No, ganyan yung imaginary audience. Parang lagi na lang ako. Tingin nila lagi na lang silang pinapansin, sinisita, napupuna. No? So that is imaginary audience. Okay? Although no one is actually noticing them, no one is actually looking at their behavior, pero on their end, they feel that as if they are being noticed. Imaginary audience po yon. Okay? Personal fable naman believes that one is unique, special, and invulnerable to harm. So that's what you call as personal fable. So you believe that you have this kind of thought that is so unique that no one else also have that kind of idea. Okay? Yeah. So kumbaga parang you believe that you have this special place in the world because of this kind of thinking, this kind of view, um, this kind of invulnerability. Okay? So if you're fond of watching anime, no? If you're fond of watching anime and you're familiar with the siguro yung mga old animes, baka kasi hindi nyo nakilala yun, ano? Baka hindi nyo na siya generation. Okay? Ayan, mga Attack on Titan generation na kasi kayo, no? So hindi nyo na inabot siguro yung hindi ko lang kung if you're aware of Death Note, and Death Note, yan, Death Note, yan, very much meron diyang personal fable, no? Teenagers, then you would notice that he believes that he has this kind of belief, no? And teenagers have them. Adolescents actually have them. Okay? Kaya mapapansin mo, sila minsan yung very active, no? Sila yung very active in social media, in Twitter, for example, debating on a certain principle, no? Hilig nila nakikialam dyan. Sila yung mga in fact, sila yung madaling ma-invite over, no? Dun sa mga radical groups, no? Radical groups. Yan, radical groups. No? Madali sila ma-invite. Sila yung mga niyayaya na sumama ka sa mga pakikibaka, ganyan, no? Bakit ganoon, sir? It's because they have that personal fable. Okay? Yan, they teenagers have those 'di ba, yung mga approaching college. Okay? Yan, consequences of formal operational thought. Ano po yung consequence? Although yes, they are very ideal. That's true. Okay? Greater introspection, thinking about one's thought and feelings. That's a consequences of formal operational thought. They may be idealistic. Okay? Insisting on high standards of behavior. Okay? They're very idealistic. Hypocrisy can also be a consequence. Pretending to be what they are not. So they thought that they are like this because again, like what we have said, no, they have the personal fable, right? Personal fable. Kaya they tend to become, on the negative side of it, they become hypocrites. No, they pretend to be what they are not. Pseudo stupidity. Yan, approach problems at overly complex level that is too complex that fail because the tasks are too simple, di ba? So kapag halimbawa nag-overthink sila, they complicate things, no? Yeah, so they're not looking into what works. Okay, what actually works. 'Yan ang problema, no? 'Yan ang problema. Siguro we can see here the thoughts between. I'm not saying that she is wrong, no? Hindi po ganoon. Ulitin natin ideal. Ideal 'yon. In a way parang tama naman 'yan, ano? Pero along the line, if you look at the argument, baka may mga kulang. 'Yan po yung problema na. So like for example, siguro you're familiar with the Greta Thunberg. No? So, is it not ideal? Is it not that we need to focus on global warming? Of course, we need to focus on global warming, right? We need to focus on global warming. Ang problema natin dito, in terms of the global warming, we are proposing here, halimbawa, yung paggamit ng solar panel. The question is it affordable for everyone? Okay? It is ideal, yes, true. It is ideal, yes, that we need that, yes, of course. Okay, we need to limit, of course, the use of gasoline, no, yung mga fossil fuel, because it damages our atmosphere. That's true. But at the end of the day, no, at the end of the day, lahat ba tayo capable of buying that kind of material? Yan, ganun ano? So the government, yes, can support that, pero meron ding ibang mga gastos, no? Ang gobyerno, so that, or at least, do all governments can adapt on that? You get that? So parang ganun, no? It can be ideal, yes, that's true, pero yun ang problema. Yan. O like what we have said, no? Paano naman yung hypocrisy? Pretend to be what they are not. So halimbawa, no, sa social media, they're very much into um protesting on the government like this and like that. You get that? No? So pero the question is, are they actually doing their part? Are actually doing their part aside from protesting? Aside from telling these things in social media, ano kaya yung part na pwede nila mai-contribute? You get that? Yan, 'di ba? So, magaling magreklamo about government. Pero ang tanong, are they actually doing their end, their part? Like for example, maybe studying, no? Studying what they can, no? Para at least more or less the public becomes more educated, something like that, no? Yan. Kung makita mo, yung responsibility sa Manila, hindi rin naman nila ginagawa, no? So, something like that. So, they're pretending to be what they are not. Hypocrisy. Yan, no? Pseudo-stupidity, ito ang pinaka madalas ko makita nito, no? Pseudo-stupidity, yung nag-overthink kayo halimbawa sa multiple choice test. 'Di ba? Parang, ay, ganito yan, no? Ganito yan. So, madali lang naman yung problem, pero nako-complicate nila. Okay? Information processing approach, executive functions competent in adolescents. So, they have do self-regulation. So, they have the deductive, ang problema pala, no? Ito pala problema. So, they do have self-regulation, pero their ability to control and process may still fail, especially in high stresses. No? When they are exposed to high mental demand and stressors, okay, severe stressors, nababawasan yung kanilang self-regulation. Yun ang problema, no? Very much vulnerable. Okay? Idealistic, yes, pero they become vulnerable. Deductive reasoning emerges. Okay, use general principle to propose a specific conclusion, like what you have said, that's deductive reasoning. There are dual process model. Ano yung dual process model in thinking of adolescents? Intuitive and analytical. Intuitive, analytical. So, you would notice that sometimes, adolescents, teenagers are intuitive, sometimes they are analytical. Okay? So, pag sabi intuitive, automatic, fast, emotional. Okay? Pero minsan, nandun naman sila sa isang state, which is being analytical. Deliberate, conscious, rational. Okay? So, makikita mo yan, ano? Kaya nga like what I've said, kung nanonood kayo ng anime, halimbawa yung sa Death Note nga, no? Death Note nga. Si Yagami Light, ganyan na ganyan, ano? May mga times na very analytical siya, pero may mga times na very intuitive din siya, no? Dual process model. Dual process model. Okay? Ayan. Inductive and deductive reasoning. So, na-mention ko na kanina, inductive, specific to general. Deductive is general to specific. Let's now move on to psychosocial development in adolescence. Ang psychosocial development in adolescence. So, we have self-concept develops, such as, for example, in terms of abstract reasoning. So, this time, they can now in terms of self-concept, di ba, naalala nyo kanina, no? During childhood, yung kanilang self-concept is based on what? Physical, no? Physical. No? Later on, the self-concept is now related to their own trait. No? To their own trait. And then pagdating ng adolescence, as you notice, since they already now have their abstract reasoning, their self-concept now is related to future. Yan, future na, no? So they now have future. They are now hypothesizing that I'll be like this, I'll be like that. Yan. The self-concept is now focused on the future, not only in describing what is, but rather part of their self-concept will be what I will be. Diba? What I will be. Hindi ito nalayo, agad na lang, katulad nyo right now. No? Part of your self-concept may be that you will become a future psychometrician. Diba? So you're already foreseeing that I'll become a psychometrician. Yeah, that's your self-concept. That's how you're going to define yourself. Okay? Self-understanding is often full of contradictions. That's true. Self-esteem now includes perceptions of competency, in romantic and career areas. Now, as I have mentioned earlier, no, career areas are now involved. Okay, and also your competence even in the romantic relationship. Okay, so Erickson's identity versus role confusion. So confusion and experimentation regarding identity and one's life path. Okay, so they have what we call as a psychological moratorium. Ano yung psychological moratorium? They delay commitment to an identity while exploring the options. So the age of adolescence is basically the time of exploring options. They look for options, a number of options. Who will they be? And so they do not become satisfied yet in one identity. So most identity formation may not occur until early adulthood pa. Ayan. So, kasi nga moratorium. Ito yung time that they look for. That they look for. That's adolescence. They look for their identity. Pero, uh, identity formation, okay? Kumbaga, finalization of who you will be, that happens in early adulthood. Di ba? Common question ko yun sa inyo in class. No? So, you're about to graduate. Yung iba sa inyo, graduate na. Yung mga nagre-review na. Okay? Ang question natin lagi dito, iba sa inyo magte-take na ng board exam for psychometrician. Pero lagi nating tanong dito sa inyo ay, saan kaya kayo mag-work? Yes, you'll become psychometrician, pero the question is, clinical ba? Okay, educational ba? Clinical ba? Yung iba wala pang sagot dyan. Yung iba they're still looking for no, a certain answer for that. So we have Marsh's 4 identity statuses. So although, yes, we have already discussed this. So medyo quite aware na kayo kung ano yan. So I will not discuss it anymore. So na-discuss na rin naman yan dun sa part ng theory. No? Say James Marcia. Identity diffusion, moratorium, foreclosure, and achievement. Now, there are other facets of identity. Kapag pinag-usapan natin identity, is it only describing who you are, self-concept? Magkaiba po yun, no? Pag sabi ng identity, we have the religious identity, political identity, vocational identity, and even gender identity. Okay? So, we've been talking about identity like, for example, your career. No? So, that's vocational identity. So, there are some people who are keep on asking. No? They continuously ask. No? So, how do we actually define a God? Something like that. No? So, they have different religious identity. They join different kind of religious groups, right? To define their religious identity, to have their religious identity. Okay? There are also some political identity. So, I guess we're quite aware of that. No? Yung mga, sa anong kulay ka ba kasama? Anong kulay mo ba? Yan. Bakit kaya walang political party na black, no? Start tayo, black. Yan. Wala pang ganun eh. Wala pang black, no? Parang pirate naman yata ang dating na pag black. Ayan, gender identity. Yan, gender identity. Even the gender identity is also a facet of identity. So, you also have the ethnic identity, no? You also have ethnic identity. Hindi lang po yan religious, political, vocational, gender, but also your ethnic identity. So, this is how people come to terms with who they are based on their ethnic or racial ancestry. Okay? So, have you already embraced becoming a Filipino? No? Have you already embraced that? Yeah. So, it requires consideration of both positive and negative beliefs about your ethnicity. No? So, requires, ano ba yung good things about being a Filipino? Ano ba yung mga negative things about Filipinos? Diba? Like, for example, you do consider that Filipinos are resilient. No? That's a positive quality of Filipinos. Ang problema, meron din mga Filipinos who have, halimbawa, yun nga, colonial mentality, even crab mentality, no? We have learned about those things, right? Ayan. So, it's not actually all positive. So, having the ethnic identity requires looking into search. Yan yung search eh. Okay? Yan yung part ng search, no? Where exploration of your identity, where you look at the positive and negative beliefs about your identity, no? About the race. Resolution may depend on the status and the dominant culture. Okay? So, high status group essentially tend to explore less. Okay, so ethnic identity formation. So there are in a way um parang stages or even statuses, should we say, of ethnic identity formation. Ayan. So kumbaga parang in a way parang makikita mo to na quite similar yan, no? Quite similar yan sa theory ni James Marcia, no? yung kay Finney. Kung mapapansin mo, unexamined ethnic identity. Kumbaga parang in a way, nandun siya sa diffusion, no? Walang search. Walang search. Yan. Little consideration of issues. Lack of exposure to ethnic identity issues. Kumbaga, hindi siya nagtatanong, okay lang. Yan. Little thought about the question of ethnic heritage. Adapting family's ethnicity with little thought. Diba parang malapit siya sa foreclosure. You would notice that foreclosure, right away, hindi na siya nag-search. No? May commitment kagad. Okay? Hindi na siya, wala nang exploration. Commitment kagad, parang foreclosure, right? Yan. So, unexamined ethnic identity. Ethnic identity search naman, no? Ethnic identity search, exploring the customs, culture, and history of one's ethnic group. Yan. So, often caused by event that awakens person to their ethnic group. Yan. So, they now look for ano ba yung mga customs na ginagawa no ng pagiging isang Pilipino, no, or kaya pagiging isang specific ethnic group that you are in, no? Halimbawa, if you belong to a certain tribe, no? So, for example, ano ba ang kinagawian ng mga kunyari IP, no? IP, no? If you belong to a certain IP. Yan, mga indigenous people, no? Culture, history of one's ethnic group. And sometimes we tend to appreciate that, no? Yan, tulad nga nun, like what I have said, no? Common na napapansin ko rito, na-observe ko and also shared to me by some of my friends. Mapapansin mo, no, bakit ganoon ang kultura ng mga taga Baguio, mga taga North, di ba? You would notice that na they're very appreciative. Ganyan ang mga taga North, eh. You would notice that, no? They're very appreciative. Kasi matagal yung time na they were colonized or nagstay, okay, yung mga Americans in Baguio, no? Because of course, the temperature. Kaya mapapansin mo, even the streets there are named after American generals, right? Camp John Hay, mga ganyan, ano? You would notice that? Mga Amerikano yun, no? Session na, hindi ko alam yung session, baka name ba yung session? I'm not sure entirely. But the point is, you would notice there their history affects your ethnic group. So, that's what you call as ethnic identity search. No? You're looking for ano bang meron kami. Okay, ano bang meron kami. Until such time that they now have what we call as the achieved ethnic identity. So, this is now your appreciation and understanding of your ethnic heritage. Okay? So, usually follows exploration. Okay? So after you have explored, then you tend to achieve. Okay? Maybe unrelated to involvement in customs and values of their ethnic culture. So when you say achieved ethnic identity, because of course ethnicity grows. As ethnicity is also dynamic, no? So kaya they can achieve a certain ethnic identity. Kumbaga meron kang sariling definition of what a Filipino is. No? Kaya mapansin mo, growing yan eh, growing. Growing yung kultura. Other aspects of ethnic identity, so often little exploration in high school, yes. Mama cycling, moving back and forth between moratorium and achievement. So there are what we call as bicultural identity, view self as part of both the ethnic minority group and the larger society. So kumbaga Filipino, pero ikaw din ay Ilocano. Filipino, ikaw din ay Tagalog. Filipino, pero ikaw din ay Waray. Ikaw din ay Cebuano. Ikaw rin ay Igorot, something like that. So, bicultural identity. Okay? So, there is a minority group and there's also a larger society. Okay? Yan. So, kaya mapapansin no? Yun yung sinasabi natin kanina. Kaya minsan, you're looking for, no? So, where do you actually fit in? No? Where do you define yourself as a part of an ethnic culture? Yan. So, multiracial identity may be harder to establish, essentially speaking, and also may be questioned by others. Okay, so how much you actually practice a certain race if that kind of race is only portrayed in the television? Diba? Kaya siya nagkakaroon ng question. So how do you actually get yourself exposed to, ano ba, the Korean culture? Yes, you watch a lot of mukbangs, you watch a lot of K-drama, pero does it actually inculturate you? Yun ang problema. Now, relationships with parents during adolescence. So most teens and parents get along. Okay, so possible conflicts of autonomy may have more conflicts with mothers. Parents tend to control daughters more, and cultural factors may affect this kind of control of autonomy. So you would notice that control is a bigger factor in the Asian culture. Asian culture. Okay? Kaya mas may control. Secure attachment has positive outcomes, like what we have said, that like what we have been emphasizing early on, no, in terms of development. Secure attachment is very important, no? Because if you have create a secure bond with your child, no, it affects later on their emotionality, no? Yan, better emotional well-being and peer relationship. Yan, less drug abuse and criminal behavior if you have bonded well with your children. Okay, that's very important. Relationships with peers. So we have what we call as a homophily. Ano yung homophily? This is homophily is a birds of the same feather flock together. No, birds of the same feather flock together. That's homophily. Associate with people similar to us. No, so oy, you also play games. I also play games. So homophily. Nagkakaroon sila ng homophily. Okay? So you also play basketball, I also play basketball. No? So they associate themselves similar to a certain person. No? Birds of the same feather flock together. Homophily. When you say deviant peer contagion naman, ano yung deviant peer contagion? Peers reinforce problem behavior. So very common yan, no? Very common yan in teenagers. Alin po yun? That they laugh on mistakes of others, right? Yeah, so someone smoked, and then someone coughed because of that smoke after puffing. You get that? So what happens? Ay, ulitin ko to, no? Kasi natawa siya sa ginagawa ko. Ulitin ko nga magyosi. Yeah, so deviant peer contagion tawag natin dyan. So peers reinforce the problem behavior. Okay? So there are social cues such as laughing. Okay, so kumbaga acceptable or acceptance, no, from the peers if they did something deviant, no? If they did something deviant. Yan, hindi na mawawala dyan siguro. Example dyan, maybe you can recall. No, maybe you can recall what happened during the what do you call this? Yung wata-wata, no? Wata-wata celebration back then, no? Basaan. Ayan. So, healthy peer relationships is also important for well-being. So, kumbaga, hindi natin yan kailangan i-prevent. Yan. So, cliques, these are groups of individuals who interact frequently. So, lagi sila magkakasama. So, they are like peers, pero parang sila yung hardcore. Cliques ang tawag natin doon. Okay, so kumbaga parang yung Friends, no, yung TV series na Friends, o kaya yung Big Bang Theory, no? So, yan, mga cliques sila, cliques. Yan. Crowds naman, groups characterized by more by shared reputations or images than actual interactions. For example, crowd would be FEU, no? FEU. So that could be considered as a crowd. So do you belong to the crowd? So there's no wala namang exact interaction between different levels or different courses, pero essentially speaking, they have their shared reputations. Kaya nga, I've been telling you, do well in the board examination. Because if you do well in the board examination, that affects the reputation of the school. And if that affects the reputation of the school, you yourself and your friends, your batchmates, before you, after you, are affected. You get that? What do you mean by that, sir? Kunyari, year 2025, 100% passing rate tayo. Okay? What will the employers think about FEU graduates? Magagaling yan. Bakit? Kasi 100% passing rate eh. So see, pumapasa silang lahat sa board exam. See that? So it is a shared reputation. No? Shared image po yan. Although wala naman eksaktong interaction between them. Okay? Between and among those students, right? So crowds po yan. Now, in terms of our romantic relationships, yan, romantic relationships may depend on culture. Okay? Dependent on the culture, paano yung romantic relationship, siguro quite aware tayo dyan, no? Back then, historically, no? Paano raw yung panliligaw? So, nandiyan yung sisibak ng kahoy, pero hindi, ginagawa pa ba yan ngayon? Hindi natin yung ginagawa ngayon, di ba? Sa ibang culture, merong endowment, okay? You pay the family, no, of the person who's going to marry, something like that. So, iba-iba yung approach in terms of dating, no? Ayan, romantic relationships are again dependent on the culture. Okay? So, functions of dating during adolescence, maybe because of they're having fun. Having fun. Okay, they share the same interests together. There are companionship, status, sexual experimentation, no? So mate selection, and even identity development. Even identity development. They're looking for people na who they will have interest on. Okay? So ano ba talaga yung gusto ko? Sino ba talaga yung gusto ko? Anong klaseng partner ba yung gusto ko? Yan, ganun yan, ano? So identity development. Stages and dating process. So romantic relationships form in mixed sex peer groups. So in other words, karaniwan sa nakikita yung partner. So karaniwan, no, most commonly you find them in peers. Kaibigan na ganito, kaibigan na ganyan, no? Sama na-meet yung jowa mo, na-meet ko siya kasi kaibigan siya ganito, nakaibigan na ganyan, nakaibigan ni ganito, natatay na ganito, na friend ni ganito, nagkapitbahay ni ganyan, so on and so forth. 'Di ba? So ganun po 'yon. Stages and dating process. Yan. So in middle adolescence, yan. So dating is more on brief, casual dating, ayan, or group dating with established couples. Pero pag late adolescence na, they are more exclusive, intense relationships, often lasting a year or more. So may interfere, of course, with friendship. Yun ang problema, depending on the type of friendship that you have. More specifically, if you are in stage 3, diba? Stage 3, mutually shared. Yung problema niyan ay hindi pa siya autonomous interdependent, no? Mutually shared pa lang siya kay Selman. That can interfere with friendship. No? So, meaning the friends can say no, can say yes, or eventually if you push through with the relationship, pwedeng ma-break yung bond, no, with the friends because of the jowa. So late adolescence. Now in terms of emerging and early adulthood, so what would be the, let's now move on to this is another stage na, no, emerging and early adulthood. Okay? Sa iba po yan, no, emerging and established. Emerging and established adulthood na po yan sa iba, no? Emerging and established adulthood, no? So, pero in some other books and older books, young adulthood pa rin yan. So, yung young adulthood, 18 to 40. Okay? But in some other books, it becomes now as emerging adulthood. So, ano yung emerging adulthood? That's 18 to 25. 18 to 25. While early adulthood naman is, or sa iba naman ay established adulthood, that's 26 to 45, no? Or to 40. Yan. So, what do we mean by emerging adulthood? Now, what do we mean by emerging adulthood? Essentially, emerging adulthood is the age of identity exploration, age of stability, yan. So, age of self-focus, age of feeling in between, and age of possibility. No? So, as you notice here, hindi pa natatapos ang identity formation, no, during adolescence. Approaching emerging adulthood, you still look for an identity. Okay? So, meron pa ring age of identity exploration. There's a stage of instability, there's stage of age of self-focus, and there's also feeling in between. In between what? In between dependency and independency, no? So, becoming on your own, separate individual. Okay? Yan. So, and also age of possibilities. Marami kasing pwede. Imagine, around this time, you're already a graduate. Marami kang pwedeng puntahan. So, cultural variations of emerging adulthood. Yan. Influenced by governmental policies and programs. Free college education, of course. So, because of free college education, they are looking for ano kayang kurso ang pwede kong kunin that will define me later on. Again, identity, may mga possibilities kasi. Okay? So, unemployment benefits, yun din ang variations. Sa ibang bansa, meron mga unemployment benefits. Yan, no? Sa atin, sa Philippines, parang wala gaano, no? Yan, ang free ka lang ng tax, of course. You're not paying any tax kasi nga, unless the VAT. Because of, you don't have salary, so how can you be taxed? Okay? Even housing allowances. No? So, that affects now the choice of their career, the choice of their identity based on what they can get from the government. Syempre, kung halimbawa, provided naman, how will you force yourself to look for a certain job? Okay? So, cultural variations also is affected by the culture, of course. Individualistic, collectivistic culture. Pag individualistic, so financial independence is very important. No? So, that's view, no, of financial view of emerging adulthood, no? So, ayan. So, financial independence is important as the more that you can support yourself, obviously, no, that's very adulthood na. Collectivistic naman, ability to financially support parents is also important. Kaya, tendency is less freedom to explore identity and leisure. Yan, no? So, less exploration sila. So, what pays well? Parang ganun na lang. Not what is satisfying for you. Yan. So, when does adulthood actually begin? Traditionally, it's marked by marriage and parenthood. Okay? Pero now, we view adulthood in what manner? Yan. How do you view adulthood the present time? Yan. Economic and social changes have affected that. Delay of marriage, parenthood, extended education. So, we now engage ourselves in masters, yan, degree, building up your career. Kaya yung definition of adulthood becoming older and older. Financial independence, self-responsibility, and is commonly viewed as more important. Okay? So, young adults living arrangement in 2014, 32% of 18 to 32, 34 years old still live with their parents. Kasi essentially speaking, nakakatipid, no? Especially if you're still building up your career. Yun naman po kasi yung point dun eh. If you're still building up your career, you're staying with your parents, it's not necessarily bad. You get that? Kasi you can save eh. You can save. You can save your finances to build your career. Diba? Some of you will not be asking their tuition for their masters to their parents, pero at least you can save your money for tuition, no? Rather than spending it to pay your rent, no? Yan. So 32%, 18 to 34% years 18 to 34 years old live with their parents, 31% live with their spouse or partner already. 22% live in dorms with other relatives, 14% live alone with roommates or single parent. Okay? Ethnic and gender differences. Hispanic and African American adults are more likely to live at home than Caucasian adults. So very Western. Did you notice that? Very Western. No? Caucasian na eh. So, notice ba? Yung mga Westerners, Caucasians, very individualistic. Yung African American, meron pa rin, no? Meron pa rin influence ng Africa, which is more collectivistic. Okay? Men are more likely to live at home than women because they are expected to support, no? Expected to take care of their elders. So factors influencing their arrangement, of course, it's postponing or avoiding marriage or cohabitation. So, lack of employment and lower wages. And of course, higher education. Yun yung reason, nabanggit natin kanina, no? Reason why they stay at home, probably because they save their money rather than paying for the rent. They use it for their tuition, for graduate school. Physical development in early adulthood. So, what do we expect? So, physical development in our 20s, physical maturation is already complete. Okay? Functioning is already at peak. Yan, muscle strength, reaction time, sensory abilities, cardiac functioning, reproductive system, motor skills, lung capacity are all in its peak during your days now. 20s kayo, di ba? Nasa 20s kayo. Yan, nasa 20s kayo, no? Pero when you reach around 30s, yan, ito yung nababanggit ko sa inyo noon, no? When you reach about 30s, start na ng decline. Yan, start na ng decline. You would notice that hindi pa kayo mahina. When you reach 30s, hindi pa kayo totally mahina. Pero start na yan ang decline. Mag-start na kayo may nararamdaman. Yan. Yan, no? So, by 30s, lens of the eye starts to stiffen and thicken. Nagkakaroon ng presbyopia. Okay? So, difficulty focusing on close objects kaya they are more farsighted, right? Sensitivity to sound decreases. Yan. Hair starts to thin and become gray by 30s. Yung buhok ko, no, medyo numinipis na rin actually. Sa 30s na ako eh. And then, kaya ako nagkukulay ng buhok, that's one reason. Ang dami kong uban. Ang dami kong gray hair na. Skin becomes drier and wrinkles start to appear. Ayan. Ayan, hindi ko napansin kung may wrinkles ba ako. Ayan. Declines in response time. Ability to recover from physical exertion. Yan, kitang-kita ko na yan sa akin to tell you. Immune system functioning, yan, also declines. And the reproductive capacity, no? Also declines by 30s. O, ilang taon na lang kayo, no? 30s na kayo, remember. Yan, start na yung decline ninyo. Yan, kaya by that time, advisable na that you go to the gym. No? So, because maintaining your physical strength. Okay? Otherwise, pwedeng mag-start na yung early symptoms of your sarcopenia. Okay? Sarcopenia is the loss of muscle strength. Okay? Obesity in adulthood, average person gains about 1 to 2 pounds per year from early adulthood into middle adulthood. So, normal po yung mag-gain ng weight as you age. Normal po yun. Kasi your digestion slows down. Yun ang problema, no? Yan. Kaya you gain weight. In some cases, of course, there's obesity caused by combination of behavior. Okay, so what kind of job do you do? Are you in an active lifestyle, active behavior? Yan. So that's genetics as well, and also the environment that you are in. For example, ano ba yung mga available choice of food mo, no? Kaya ang sarap maging healthy minsan, no? You eat healthy food, minsan nga lang mahirap silang hanapin. Yun ang problema, no? Healthy food is sometimes difficult to find, especially if you are in a fast-paced environment, right? Yan, both short-term and long-term health consequences, no, because of obesity. Yan, college students alcohol use, about 20% meet the criteria of alcohol use disorder. Yan, so 80% of college sexual assaults are also involve alcohol. Yan, social pressures and expectations of college life, limited supervision and structured time are the common reasons, no? Common reasons why sexual assaults happen because of the involvement of alcohol. Yeah, so drug use in early adulthood, it usually peaks by age 19 to 22. Adults in 18 to 25, largest abusers of prescription medications such as ADHD, stimulant kasi yan eh. ADHD medications is stimulant. Opioids, anti-anxiety, yan, yung mga Valium. So they take that, no? So largest abusers yung mga 18 to 25 years old. In 2014, 6% of college students use marijuana daily, no, accordingly. Rate doubled the same age in adults not in college. So, mas maganda pa rin na, of course, you're in school. Drug use increased risk of violent death, of course. Accidents, no? Even sexually transmitted infections and birth defects. Birth defects if pregnant. Now, sex essentially is a physical and physiological differences. Pero pag sinabi naman natin gender, we've been telling this already previously, that gender is a social construct. No? Social or cultural distinction associated with a given sex. So it is a social construct. So meaning it's a concept only created by the culture, the society around you. Yan. So kumbaga yung idea of what is a male, what is a female is a social construct. Okay? Yan. So pag pinag-usapan natin ay gender. So children socialize to conform to certain gender roles based on their biological sex and their assigned gender. Okay? So kaya makita natin that it's a form of sex, it's a form of social construct kasi nga they are reacting, no? They are reacting based on their biological sex. The gender role naman, society's concept of how men and women are expected to act and behave. Gender identity, so this is your sense of self as a member of particular gender. And this is separate from sexual orientation. Okay, so that's gender identity and sexual orientation are different. Cisgender naman, sexual orientation kasi yung sexuality mo eh. Okay, so yan. Gender identity is your sense of self. Sexual orientation is your sexuality. So cisgender naman, individuals who identify with a role that corresponds to a sex assigned to them at birth. So cisgender. So if you follow your, kunyari assigned to you as a male and then you believe that you're a male. Being transgender, individuals identify with a role that is different from their biological sex. So it may occur in a different ways, such as, for example, a gender. You don't believe in a certain gender that you have, or gender fluid. It can be any. Not all transgender people choose to physically transition, and transgender people are likely to experience harassment, discrimination, bullying, and even violence. Kaya like what I have said earlier, no, ang common issue in transgenderism is not because they do not like their gender, but because the harassment, discrimination, bullying, and violence that they may encounter. Yun ang kanilang stressor, not their gender itself. Kaya hindi sila considered as abnormal. Okay? Transgender individuals of a color face additional financial, social, interpersonal challenges. So sa atin, parang di naman yan ganong issue, no? Pero abroad, issue po yan. Transgenderism plus if you are um, African American. Hormones and sex. Okay. So oxytocin released during sexual intercourse when orgasm is achieved. So like what we have said, ano nga yung oxytocin? Oxytocin is attachment hormone. So, and as you notice, it is released, okay? It is released when orgasm is achieved. Ibig sabihin, having sexual intercourse makes the bond stronger is explained by the oxytocin level. Okay? Is explained by the oxytocin level. Okay? Released during orgasm. So dahil nagkaroon ng orgasm during sexual intercourse, they are bonded more. So oxytocin ang responsible for that. Now, just to clarify further, ayan, so just to clarify, no, that is much true, that is more likely to be true in females. Okay? That after sex, they become more bonded is more true to females than in males. Bakit, sir? Kasi nga yung estradiol has a supportive function to the oxytocin level. Supportive function ang estradiol kay oxytocin. Pero si testosterone which is in males, has antagonistic function. Suppressor ng oxytocin. Remember that testosterone is for aggression. Aggression and attachment are two different things. So even though there's a certain level of oxytocin released during orgasm in males, okay, nape-prevent pa rin yung attachment because of their levels of testosterone. Okay, ganun po yan. Ano? So ibig sabihin, hindi totoo, no, na mas bonded ang lalaki sa babae kapag meron silang sexual intercourse. Mali. No, that is only true for females, but not for males. And I hope that's clear, no? So, in other words, kumbaga sa Filipino terms, huwag isusuko ang bandera. Parang ganun, no? Kung di ka sigurado, no? Huwag isusuko ang bandera kung di ka sigurado. Kasi nga, biologically speaking, that's not true for for males. That's only true for females. Yan. Follicle stimulating hormone triggers egg maturity and stimulates sperm production. Yan. Luteinizing hormone naman triggers the release of mature eggs during ovulation. And you know that those two hormones are important in reproduction. Kasi kung walang egg maturity, okay, walang if-fertilize. So egg cells should be matured enough and later on released, okay, during ovulation for the sperm cell to fertilize it. And hormones and sex. In males, testosterone appears to contribute heavily on sexual motivation. So, libido. Libido is due to the levels of testosterone. Libido is due to the levels of testosterone. Okay, so tumataas yung libido, or in Filipino, libog, because of testosterone level. No? Yan. So, heavily contribute in sexual motivation. Diba? Like what I've said earlier, of course, the higher the libido, may intercourse, kahit na magkaroon ng oxytocin at upon its release in ejaculation, no, still, hindi pa rin siya bonded. Bakit? Kasi nga, testosterone is the sole responsible for the attraction. Okay? For the sexual motivation. Which counters oxytocin. Yan. Kaya walang bond. Yan. So vasopressin is also involved in male arousal phase. In fact, not only in male arousal phase si vasopressin involved, but likewise it is also responsible in monogamous relationship. Monogamous relationship. Okay? Yan. What do you mean by that? The higher vasopressin, the more monogamous. They do not engage in multiple sexual partners. So, relationship between hormones and female sexual motivation is not well understood. So, estrogen increases motivation, progesterone decreases it. Okay, sexual responsiveness. Men, sexual responsive tend to peak in the late teens and then early 20s. So, yun yung tinatawag nila minsan in Filipino terms na yan yung panahon ng kalakasan. Yan. Pero begins a slow decline in the late 20s and into the 30s. Nawawala na ng interest. They are more focused now in, halimbawa, in their career. No? So, ganyan. Kumbaga, parang nagkakaroon ng second latency period. Parang ganun, no? Yan. Women, sexual responsives often peaks in late 30s or early 40s. So, mas mataas, no? Kasi nga, parang in a way, evolutionary speaking, physically, they can reproduce early 20s, peak yan, yes. Pero by 30s, 40s, last hooray. No, last hooray na yan, no? They have to reproduce. Kaya tumataas yung sexual responsiveness nila, no? Maybe due to greater self-confidence and reduced inhibitions about sexuality. Yan. So, sexually transmitted infections. Yan. So, illnesses, sabi natin kanina, kalakasan, no? Kaya meron ding mga risks associated with uh, sexual intercourse. Illness that has been significantly probability of transmission through sexual behavior. So, according to statistics, 1.4 million of chlamydia, imagine, no, ganyang kalaki, no? 350,000 cases of gonorrhea, 20,000 cases of syphilis. Yan. An increase from previous years pa yan. Palaki pa rin ang palaki yan. Palaki pa rin ang palaki yung number of cases of sexually transmitted infections. Just to be more exact, no? Just to be more exact, hindi naman natapos ang pandemic, no? Hindi naman natapos ang pandemic ng COVID tapos na. Pero yung pandemic ng HIV ay hindi pa rin natapos. Continuous pa rin po yan. Contrary to most people's belief, akala nila wala ng pandemic. No, ongoing pa rin po yan. But not for COVID. Tapos na yung COVID pandemic. Yan. HIV, tuloy-tuloy po rin. Hindi pa rin yan nape-prevent, nako-control. Okay? So, most effective way to prevent STD or STIs is practice safe sex, of course. Avoid direct contact of skin or fluids. Okay? So, cultural societal views on sexuality, so often influenced by religion, I guess, or quite aware of that. Media shapes view of sexuality, such as, for example, in terms of the body image, social scripts about the relationship. Yan. Ano yung social scripts about the relationship? Halimbawa, walang forever. O di ba isipin nyo, no, kakapaniwala na walang forever, parang if you are in a relationship, ay wala naman kasi talagang forever. Di ba? Because it's already a social script. Kumbaga, napipreempt ka na may possibility of breakage of relationship simply because the society believes as such. Di ba? So, sa social scripts po yan. So, sexual roles of men and women, okay, is also affected by the media. Okay, views and practices. When we say media now, we're not only talking about TV. We're not talking about TV, television, but also social media, right? Views and practices about premarital sex and cohabitation differ across cultures. Like for example, sa Philippines na lang, di ba? So sa Philippines na lang, we don't necessarily parang in a way, parang no yun, di ba? Technically speaking. Sexual orientation. So this is your emotional sexual attraction to a particular sexual gender. Like what I have said kanina, kapag sabi tayo sexual orientation, ito yung sexuality, no? Ito yung to whom are you attracted sexually? To whom are you attracted sexually? And also includes sense of identity and community associated with specific sexual orientation, di ba? So depending on the sexual identity that you have, of course, associated yung sexual orientation mo. O associated yan sa to whom do you become attracted to. Okay? Theoretically, according to Kinsey, Okay? So, sexual orientation accordingly is a continuum. So, continuum. Meaning, kung continuum siya, hindi lang siya categorical, no? Na yes, no, male, female. Hindi lang pala siya ganyan. But rather, it's a continuum of range. Okay, range daw yan, no? Merong high level, high, average, low. Parang ganun, ano? Yan. So, tulad yan, no? Tulad yan. Some types of sexual orientation. So, we have heterosexuality. So, merong extreme heterosexuality. Meron namang extreme homosexuality. Merong gitna na bisexuality. Merong wala na asexuality. See that? So, it's a continuum. So, heterosexuality, attraction to individuals of the opposite sex or gender. Okay? So, yan. So, homosexuality, where we know what that is. Bisexuality, attraction to any sex or gender. And then asexuality, no sexual attraction to any sex or gender. Development of sexual orientation. So, awareness of usually developed by early adolescence, as we have discussed earlier, because it's part of your identity, right? Identity formation yan. Experiences and behavior are not necessary, no, in terms of sexual orientation, believed to be biologically based. Okay, so according to concordance rate with identical twins. Okay, correlation to exposure to prenatal androgens and maternal immune hypothesis. Maternal immune response to Y-link protein changes birth with subsequent sons. So may mga biological explanation for that. Okay? Sexual orientation discrimination. Yan. So ano yung mga pwede nila ma-encounter? So American culture heteronormative supports heterosexuality as a norm. So merong ganyang klase ng view, no? American culture of heteronormative. Yan. Pero ngayon, even sa America, mas accepted, no? Accepted na ang homosexuality. So, but then again, this is a form of discrimination, no? The view of heteronormative. Homophobia, no? Negative attitudes and actions toward people identified or perceived as LGBT. Okay? So, I think we know what's homophobia, no? It's just that there are two types. Ano yung two types ng homophobia? We have institutionalized and we have internalized. When you say institutionalized, so based on policies, governments, okay, governments such as for even companies, okay. So institutionalized homophobia. We cannot. We have to accept this. It's just a reality that in the Philippines we do have institutionalized homophobia. Okay? Anong proof natin 'yan? Wala pa tayong same-sex marriage. 'Di ba? Ito na lang yung point ko eh. Tingnan niyo, no? Tingnan niyo. It's just a reality that sometimes we have to look at. Tingnan niyo na lang, no? So, merong mga homosexuals. I think we're quite aware of this, no? We're quite aware of this. Minsan napapabalita din yan sa television, no? Mga incidents, no? Homosexual pinatay. Bakit? Kasi hindi makapagbigay. Yung jowa niya humingi ng pera, hindi mabigyan. So, nagkaroon ng sakitan or whatsoever. Yan. Yeah, so, we're quite aware of those kinds of situations. Kaya tuloy minsan, parang pag LGBT, I'm not saying everyone, no? I'm not saying everyone. I repeat, I'm not saying everyone. Parang love is bought. No? Binibili, no? Yung pag-ibig, parang ganun, no? So, yun ang problema, no? Parang the only way for them to feel love, there are some people with LGBT who's like that, they have to buy, no? The love, they have to buy them. Naging joke na nga lang yan, di ba? They have to buy them shoes, something like that, no? Gadgets. Ayun ang problema natin, no? Ayan. Pero kung merong partnership, merong legal protection sa LGBT, did you notice that? Kung merong legal protection, okay? O, bago ako maglabas ng pera, dapat kasal muna tayo. Dapat may partnership muna tayo. Hindi ka hahanap ng iba. Pag gumanap ka ng iba, then we have a problem now. We have a case. We have a violation of a certain law. Walang ganun. Di ba? Napansin niyo, walang ganun. Kaya continuous pa rin yung problem. Yan. Did you get that? Ano? Yan. Yung sadly, no, may mga terms sa ganun. No? Sadly, meron na mga ganun. No? Parang ganun. No? You get what I'm saying, no? Institutionalized policies that discriminate LGBT people, even the health insurance benefits. Okay, so internalized LGBT people believe negative views. Pag internalized naman, yung LGBT mismo, they have negative view about LGBT itself. That's internalized. Kung sino yung LGBT, he himself has problems with what being LGBT is. Meron siyang negative view. So, ganyan, ano? So, internalized. Kaya, mapapansin mo, some of them, they do not. They do not disclose. They do not open up. Yun ang problema, no? Kasi they have this negative view about being LGBT. Yan. Where in fact, being LGBT is not abnormal. No? Paano na yan, hindi naging, paano yan hindi naging abnormal, no? Kasi nga, they are functional, isn't it? Yan. Functional naman kasi sila. Okay? So, most of the time, they are distressed because of, yun nga, tulad niyan, discrimination, harassment. Let's now move on to cognitive development in early adulthood, emerging in early adulthood. Like what I've said, no, there are some books that categorizes early adulthood as established adulthood sa ibang book, no? Cognitive development, post-formal thought. Yan. Ito hindi ito kay Piaget, following Piaget na ito. Following Piaget na ito, no? So pag sinabi natin post-formal thought, formal operations ends during adolescence. Continuous na yan. Kumbaga idea, na-develop na yung brain. Okay? Pero you would also notice that lahat ba ng adults are idealistic? Yes, we have reached formal operations. Pero you would also notice that hindi naman lahat ng adults ay idealistic just like teenagers do. You get that? Just like teenagers are, I mean. Okay? Yan. Most adults are in fact what? Practical, realistic. Yan. So, followers of Piaget suggested a new stage. They are now in what? Yung mga adult, post-formal thought. So, yung post-formal thought is described as basing decisions on what is realistic and practical, not idealistic. Making more adaptive choices. Okay? So they also believe that experience teaches us that possibilities is not the same as reality. It can be a possibility, but that's not the reality that we have right now. Okay? So ganun po 'yan, ano? Yan. So ano po yung dialectic thought? Bring together salient aspects of two opposing viewpoints or positions. Okay? So that's what you call as dialectic thought. Yan. So although opposing view sila, yan. So they can go between the two. Kumbaga pwede silang mamangka between two ideas. Yan. So adolescents tend to think in dichotomies, all good, all bad. Pero ang dialectic thought, think about more on the gray area. Yan, merong mga gray area itong decision na ito. It's not completely good, completely bad. Merong gray area. So, ganyan yung dialectic thought. Okay? So, that's what you call dialectic thought. Merong two opposing ideas are sometimes acceptable. Kaya nga, di ba, very useful yung mga eclectic. Yung mga eclectic approaches even in psychology, no? We do not biological lang, nature lang. Diba? That's essentially an example of it. That's a dialectic thought. Nature, nurture. You believe nature, pero you also believe nurture. So, interaction siya. May gray area yan. Cognitive development in early adulthood. Does everyone reach formal operations and beyond? So, formal operations thought influenced by experience and education. Yan. Such as, for example, experience in abstract thinking. Halimbawa, in school. Diba? So, meron yan. Experience in school may be related to specific education received. No? So the way you think abstractly is affected by the framework that you have. Halimbawa, psychology. So how do they think? Iba rin yung abstraction niya pagdating sa philosophy. Abstract thinking is one area. It's not the same as abstract thinking in all area. Diba like what I have said, no? Iba ang way of thinking in philosophy, iba ang way of thinking in psychology. Psychology, maraming theories. Sa philosophy, may mga laws, mga syllogisms, ganyan, di ba? Yan. So, of course, part of this stage, young adulthood, is, yan, stages of career development. So, there are different stages of career development. So, we have stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Okay? So stage one in childhood, select careers based on what appears glamorous or exciting. So that's the first stage of selecting career. Now you view it as it is glamorous, it is exciting. It's glamorous to become a doctor, to become an engineer, to carrying a stethoscope everywhere around. No, so it's just glamorous. Stage two, teens consider abilities and limitations when narrowing choices. Yeah, so you now start to think, ano bang ability meron ka pag ikaw doktor? Ano bang ability meron ka pag ikaw engineer? Yan, so nananaraw, ay, ayoko ng math. Yan. So, baka hindi ako pwede mag-engineer. Something like that, right? Ay, baka ito na lang course na kukunin ko kasi magaling ako dito. Stage 3, older teens, emerging adults, they narrow choices further. They now look for the requirements, rewards, and downsides of the careers and compare possible careers with interests, values, and future goals. And some may fall into careers due to factors other than interests. Yan. So, ano yung mga possible factors niyan and not because you want it. Yeah, no, no, that's stage three. I would believe that during my college years or the choice of my career, no, my choice of my course, maybe because of the stage three. I'll tell you that. No, I'll tell you that. That during the time when I was when I was a teenager, choosing psychology is because of the requirement. It's because of the requirement. What do you mean by that? Kasi first choice ko talaga, to tell you honestly, is to become an engineer. Civil engineer. Yan talaga yung gusto ko nung bata ako, no? Maging civil engineer. Kasi mahilig ako mag-drawing, mahilig din ako sa math. Mahilig ako sa math, no? So, kaya nagtuturo ko ng psych stats before, no? Before pa yun, no? Kaya yung kasi, kailangan ako sa course audit kaya I teach course audit. Pero essentially, ang reason why I was hired in FEU was because of my skill in statistics, no? Yan. Um, however, so I chose psychology simply because I believe na hindi siya magastos. No? Na hindi siya magastos. Hindi naman kasi kami well off, no? Hindi naman kasi kami well off. Kaya I don't have the liberty to choose the career that I want. No? So I'm still thinking, o pag nag-start ka, ano ba yung mga gagawin mo dyan? Ano ba yung mga gastos na gagawin mo dyan? So, psychology, in fact, is not that expensive. No? In terms of tuition, even the expenses that you do during the time that you are in the field, di ba? That you are in studying already. Mga photo copy lang, mga ganyan, no? Yan. Libro, ganyan lang, bibili ng libro. Pero yung mga everyday templates, materials, mga ganyan, no? Hindi siya ganun kagastos. Hindi ka naman bibili ng cadaver. Bibili ba kayo ng cadaver di sa psychology? Hindi naman, di ba? Hindi ka naman bibili ng brain. Yan. Stage 4, settle in careers by mid to late 30s. So, ito na ako. I would believe that I'm here. Stage 4 na ako. I settle in career. So, I have fully accepted that I am in psychology. No? I've already settled here. Okay? Although there are some opportunities, okay? Although there are some opportunities, like for example, have you ever thought of becoming a physician? Have you ever thought of becoming siguro more of physician than engineering? Yan, tingin ko, no? I think I have more potential in becoming a physician. Pero in terms of potential lang siya, no? Finances still is being put into question. Um, kaya in a way, parang I already settled. Okay na, happy na lang ako dito. No? I have a certain what I have to do. Okay? Millennials and careers, so more likely than previous generations to job hop. Yun yung common observation ngayon. Basic career interests may remain similar, pero they job hop because of what? Salary. Salary. Kasi when you job hop, essentially, the next offer is larger. You can always get annual increases in your current job. But if you job hop, tumataas yung salary. So basic career interests may remain similar pa rin naman. More likely to want to feel engaged and purposeful. So when they do a job, mga millennials, no, they want a job that is has a purpose. Yeah, no, has a certain purpose. So needs, ano ba yung mga needs? Whenever you hear needs is essentially tambay. Yun lang po yun. In Filipino terms, tambay. Yan, mga needs, tambay. Neither employed nor in education training. Often influenced by negative economic conditions, no? Kaya naging need, no? Ayan, no? They don't have education, they don't have yung iba or not employed, not in training, or education, yun ang problema ng NEET. Yan. Influenced by negative economic conditions. Eh, walang opportunity eh. Hindi nakapag-aral. Okay? Gender, careers, and sexism. Sexism, prejudice, or discrimination based on persons sa sexual or sex or gender may influence career choices and advancement. Okay? And then may influence education opportunities and views and behavior. Diba? An example of that would be what? An example of sexism would be glass ceiling effect, right? Glass ceiling effect. Hindi sila napopromote. Bakit? Dahil sila ay babae. Simply because they are female, they are not promoted. Glass ceiling effect ang tawag. Okay? Occupational sexism, discriminatory practices, statements, or actions in the workplace. So, women make 7-8 cents for every dollar a man earns. Parang ganun, no? Let's now move on to psychosocial development emerging early adulthood. Okay? So, pagdating sa psychosocial development early adulthood, like what we have said, this is the time that traits have already been established. Traits supposedly have already been established. Kaya we are quite aware of the different psychological traits, no? So, I will not discuss that kasi I think alam na alam nyo naman na yan. Ocean. No, ocean. Siguro yung changes ang kailangan natin i-discuss. So, ano yung mga changes? Neuroticism and openness, ayan, decreases with age. Ayan. So, mas nagiging emotionally stable ka na, no? Hindi ka nang masyadong emotional as you age. Kaya nung una, medyo emotional ka pa, pero as you age, mas nagiging less emotional ka na. Kasi just try to imagine during this time, when you're already an adult, okay? So, you have your job. Hindi ka pwedeng basta-basta iiyak sa job mo. No? Pag nasermonan ka ng boss, dapat matibay ka, matatag ka. You get that? Neuroticism decreases. Okay? So, yan. Openness to change also decreases. You tend to love things that are usual, paulit-ulit, no? Ayan. And conscientiousness increases. Mas nagiging responsible ka na. Some of people around the stage becomes parents na. So, if they're already parents, you should notice, mas naging conscientious, mas naging responsible na sila. Conscientiousness is being responsible. Conscientiousness is being responsible. So, life events may produce their own changes. Kasi ito yung mga life events are non-normative experiences. And when we say non-normative experiences, these are unexpected. Okay? Conscientiousness predicts important life outcomes such as job success, health and longevity, and your quality of relationships. Okay? So, kaya maganda na gradually tumataas yung iyong conscientiousness. No? So, you're becoming more successful in your career. Okay? So, better health longevity kasi you have your training, you have your physical training, right? Yan. Attachment in young adulthood. So, there is a secure, avoidant, and anxious ambivalent. Ito parang, na-discuss ko na ito, ulit-ulitin natin, paulit-ulit na lang po, ano? So, yan. Depending on the attachment that you have developed during your childhood, that can affect your attachment later in adulthood, whether you become secure, avoidant, or anxious ambivalent. Yan. And very much related dito, of course, yung theory ni Bartholomew, no? Yung attachment, anxiety, avoidance. So, I think we have discussed this already. Paulit-ulit na lang po yan. Okay? Siguro, just some additional. So, just remember that kapag mababa yung avoidance, it means there is what? There is intimacy. Intimacy po yan. Remember, no? Low avoidance is equal to intimacy. Okay. And then low anxiety is equivalent to self-trust. Self-trust. Okay. Kaya you would notice, yan yung two factors of attachment, no? So you have avoidance, which is fear of opening up. Fear of opening up, yan, high avoidance. You do not open up your dreams, your fears, your successes, even your fantasies, di ba? So a healthy relationship, they open up even their fantasies. Okay? Even their fantasies. So ano ba yung mga gusto nila pagdating sa, halimbawa, sexual intercourse? Kasama po yan, that's a part of avoidance factor. So if they're afraid of that, that's high avoidance. Pero if they're intimate enough, see that? Hindi ba intimacy yun? You're already telling your fantasies. Intimacy yun, no? Low avoidance. Okay, low avoidance. Okay? Pag low anxiety naman, paano yung low anxiety? This is self-trust. Pag high anxiety, ibig sabihin, you have poor self-trust. Yan. Ano ba yung high anxiety? High anxiety naman yan yung fear of being rejected, fear of being left behind, abandoned. Yan. Kaya sticky yung relationship, no? Kaya ayaw mong iwanan ka. Bakit? Kasi you don't like you believe that you cannot do it on your own. You don't trust yourself that you are capable enough. Okay? Yan. So, yan yung four different types of attachment, no? So, you have dismissing, fearful, secure, and preoccupied, depending on the different levels. So, kapag ka low level anxiety, ibig sabihin mataas yung self-trust. Kapag high anxiety, ibig sabihin mababa yung self-trust. Okay? Kapag ka low avoidance, ibig sabihin mataas yung intimacy. Pag high avoidance, ibig sabihin mababa yung intimacy. So, attachment early adulthood, influences and outcomes. Yan. So, early attachments influence later ones, as we have suggested earlier. According to studies as well, secure people are likely to have secure partners as well. See that? So, ibig sabihin, well-bonded. Insecure attachment is associated with lower satisfaction in the relationship and also more conflict in the relationship. Kaya tendency is they will have a broken relationship na rin. Okay? Afterwards. Yan. That's because of insecure attachment. So, relationship with parents, no? So, good relationship with parents help transition to adulthood. So, kasi nga, they serve as a guidance. Remember that parents during this time becomes what? Generativity, right? Ang kanilang crisis is generativity, guiding the next generation. So, they can easily transition to adulthood if they are well guided by their parents. So, both parents and children have to reappraise their relationships. So, parents who have trouble regarding children as adults may hinder development, and living at home may exacerbate this. Okay? So, relationship with siblings, frequency of sibling interactions declines in early adulthood, of course. It's because of they have their own lives, such as, for example, their degree, college, other relationships, and their jobs. But, however, they must retain their bond so that they can establish closeness later on. Okay? And conflict typically declines among siblings. And the relationship, quality of relationship in childhood is associated with quality of relationship in adulthood, of course. Intimacy versus isolation must establish identity first. No? So before we can satisfy intimacy versus isolation, so identity must be established first. Diba, naalala niyo lagi ko example dito, no? Papasok ka sa relationship, wala ka pang identity, hindi mo alam kung anong gusto mo. Okay, baka mamaya yung partner mo, hindi pala yun ang gusto mo. So problems may arise. Intimacy may not happen. Okay? So intimate relationship, there's friendship and romantic relationships. Okay? So these are intimate relationship. Can be friendship and romantic relationship. Okay? Kaya nga 'di ba pag nag-aaway yung magjowa, no? So sabihin nung nakikipaghiwalay, it's not you, it's me. Hanapin ko muna ang sarili ko. 'Di ba? Parang gano'n, no? Kasi nga hindi nabuo yung identity muna. Dapat nabuo muna yung identity before you go on to a relationship. So, pag may nanliligaw sa inyo, no, pasagutin nyo ng questionnaire. Self-assessment questionnaire. No, it's just a joke. Pasagutin nyo ng write something about yourself in 10 pages. Mga ganun, no. It's just a joke. So, attraction. So, what makes people like or love each other? So, that's attraction. So, we're attracted to people based on similarity, no? So, yan. So, ulitin natin, no? Yan, ha? Tingnan nyo, ha? According to psychology, according to researches, we are attracted by similarity, hindi differences. Kaya it's actually a, ano nga yun? Scam. No? Scam. Scam yun. Pag sinabing, ano nga yun? Opposites attract, no? Hindi pala opposite, similarity pala. Because of the consensual validation, having others like and believe the same things we do makes us feel validated in our beliefs. So if you're a gamer, you don't want your wife later on to nag you about your gaming, then ibig sabihin yan, find someone who is also a gamer. O, di ba? So parang nagkakaintindihan kayo. Yan. Or at least more or less in some other aspects you are similar. Okay? If not in that kind of interest. Yeah, self-disclosure, frequent accepting, empathic communication. So that also is related to attraction. So you get to attract someone because of the disclosure. And also proximity, physically near us. Yan. So mere exposure is the tendency to prefer things we see more frequently. Friendships, no? In our 20s, intimacy needs to be met in friendships, not in romances. And women's and men's friendship differ. Friendship in men, sharing of information, activities, di ba ganyan, interest. O, nabawa, games, basketball, ganyan, ano? So, yun yung interest ng male. Pero pagka women naman, sharing weaknesses, emotions, problems, yan, chika-chika, yun ang chika-chika nila about their weaknesses, emotions. Friendships may diminish once a person has a partner single. Friends may be replaced with couple friends. Yan. And we have Sternberg's theory of love. Although this is interesting to discuss, pero di ko na siya di-discuss. Bakit? Kasi cover na siya doon sa previous lecture. So, hindi ko na siya discuss. Although this is very interesting to discuss. Siguro yung mga issues na lang. Halimbawa, yan. Another would be cohabitation. Yan. Cohabitation rates and length increasing. So, ibig sabihin, nade-delay yung decision for marriage. Right? No? So, possible causes, increased individualism and secularism. Diba? So, they tend to advance their education more and more. Yan. Better economic options for women, like before. No? So, dati kasi para magkaroon ka ng economic power, no? So, you have to marry a rich guy, parang ganun. Eh, ngayon, hindi na eh. So, you have to study as well, no? So, if you have your own degree, no? You have your own work, no? So, of course, obviously, tumatagal na tumatagal yung decision for marriage. Increased enrollment in post-secondary education, like what I have said, no? Yung mga master's degree, dati hindi na lang college ang pinag-usapan, pero even master's, later on PhD. So, rates and attitudes may vary across cultures. Yeah. So, in terms of marriages, so there is a delayed and reduced marriage rates worldwide. Okay. So, most decreases in wealthier countries. So, they decide less and less, no, in getting married. U.S. marriage rate dropped from 72 to 51%. So, just try to imagine that. Okay. Yeah. So, median age at first marriage increase 6 years. See the delay, no? 6 years. And then marriage rates may increase due to legalization of the same-sex marriage. Yeah. So, other cultural influences on marriage, endogamy. So, when you say endogamy, this is the social rules about acceptable marriage partners. Yan, such as in terms of race, religion, SES, di ba may mga ganyan po, no? May mga certain religions that they can only marry someone who belongs to their own religion. O, meron ding mga race, no? O, kapag Chinese, Chinese lang dapat. May mga ganun, di ba? Yan. So, many cultures endorse homogamy, no? So, homogamy. So, marriage between people who share same social characteristics. Okay? And arranged marriage still common in some cultures, diba? So, meron pa rin mga arranged marriages, often related to economic opportunities because of the business. Marital harmony kay Gottman. So, although I repeat, I would like to discuss Gottman, pero na-cover na natin siya. Na-cover na natin siya sa previous lecture. So, what kills marriage? What kills marriage? Okay? And then, siguro the last would be the parent-child relationship. Okay? So, both parties influence each other. Both parties influence each other. So, parenting strategy is influenced by the parent's personality traits. Okay? So, syempre, kung mataas yung kanyang neuroticism, as we say earlier, kapag emotional ka, in terms of parenting, tendency your child also becomes emotional, right? Ganun po yun. So, the way you react to stressors affects the temperament of the child. Okay, so ganun po yun, ano? Experiences growing up, even the child's characteristics and the socioeconomic factors. Na-discuss na natin yan before that the upper SES usually choose authoritative, right? And the lower SES usually choose authoritarian. And then other cultural expectations, okay? So in terms of parent-child relationship. I guess that would be it. That would be it for our lecture in this recording. And I do hope na nakatulong siya no sa inyo in preparation for your board examination. We look futuristic, no? We look forward, no? So although for course audit classes, as you notice, ano pa ito, no? Parang maaga pa ba? I don't know. As you notice, parang nga tayo nagmamadali, no? Ang dami nating dapat na-cover. You notice that? Yan. No, kung kailan man ang board examination next year, be it in August or September, no? Be it in August or September, kailan man ang board exam next year, at least you are prepared. No? At least you are prepared. Yan, ano? Yan. So, sige, ganun po yun. So, the point is we are preparing. Okay? And medyo mabilis yung lecture natin for these two topics simply because yung iba kasi na-cover na. No, hindi ko na siya tinry i-cover ulit kasi sayang lang sa time ninyo, no? So that you can further focus on other things. Okay po? Ayan, sige. So, maraming salamat sa pakikinig and I do hope you do well in your FA number 4. No, FA number 4, the one that is the lengthiest, no? Lengthiest in terms of coverage but not in numbers. So, 20 items pa rin po yan. Okay? Sige. So, that would be it for now.